Well spotted, Scarecrow.
Oh, the things I'll be able to spot when I get my you-know-what.
Oh, dear. You can hardly see the yellow brick road for all these branches and rocks.
Are you still with us, Scarecrow?
I'm right behind you. Whoa!
Nothing!
If you could both give me a hand.
Oh.
Here.
Thanks. Don't worry, I'm not hurt.
Why didn't you walk around that hole?
I didn't know enough. Head stuffed with straw. That's why I'm going to Oz, to ask him for brains.
Brains? Brains are not the best thing in the world.
How do you know? Do you have any?
No, my head is quite empty. But I used to have brains. And a heart also. Having tried them both, I should much rather have a heart.
Why is that?
I'll tell you my story. Then you'll understand.
Oh, yes. Please do.
I was born the son of a woodman who chopped down trees in the forest and sold the wood for a living. When I grew up, I too became a woodchopper. I made up my mind that instead of living alone, I would marry so that I might not become lonely.
That sounds logical.
One of the Munchkin girls was so beautiful that I soon grew to love her with all my heart. She promised to marry me. But the girl lived with an old woman who didn't want her to marry anyone, for she was so lazy she wished the girl to remain with her and do all the cooking and the housework.
Oh, but that's not fair. You and the Munchkin girl were in love.
Our two hearts were as one. But the old woman went to the Wicked Witch of the East and promised her 2 sheep and a cow if she would prevent the marriage. Thereupon the Wicked Witch enchanted my axe, and when I was chopping away at my best one day, the axe slipped all at once and cut off my left leg.
Oh, what a horrible thing!
It did seem like a great misfortune, for I knew a one-legged man couldn't get on very well as a woodchopper.
What did you do?
I went to a tinsmith and ordered a new leg made of tin.
What an excellent solution.
The leg worked very well once I was used to it, but my action angered the Wicked Witch of the East. And when I began chopping again, my axe slipped and cut off my right leg.
Oh, no!
Again, I went to the tinner, and again he made me a leg out of tin. After that, the Wicked Witch made the enchanted axe cut off my arms, one after the other. But, nothing daunted, I had them replaced with tin ones. Then she made the axe slip and cut off my head.
Your head?
What did you do?
Well, at first I thought it was the end of me. But the tinner happened to come along, and he made me a new head made out of tin.
So much for the Wicked Witch and her dastardly deeds.
Yes, I thought I'd beaten her and worked harder than ever. But the Wicked Witch made my axe slip again, so that it cut right through my body, splitting me into 2 halves. Once more the tinner made me a body of tin, fastening my arms, legs, and head by means of joints.
So you could move around as well as ever.
That's true. But alas, I now had no heart, so that I lost all my love for the Munchkin girl, and didn't care whether I married her or not.
Oh, what a sad story.
And that wasn't the end of my troubles. One day I forgot to oil myself, and being caught in a rainstorm in the forest, all my joints rusted. I had to stand in the woods for a year until you found me.
You mean you stood there with your axe upraised for an entire year?
It was a terrible ordeal. But while I stood there, I had time to reflect that the greatest loss I'd suffered was the loss of my heart. While I was in love, I was the happiest man on earth.
All the same, I shall ask for brains. For a fool wouldn't know what to do with a heart if he had one.
Well, I shall take the heart, for brains don't make one happy. And happiness is the best thing in the world. Happiness, romance, flowers, moonlight, crackling fires, passionate embraces.
That's what I call sentimental moonshine. What do you think, Dorothy?
I can't rightly say. I only know I want to get to the end of this yellow brick road as soon as we can, so I can get back to Kansas and Aunt Em.